today.
Hello there, so we're back with another Journey Guide solo journey event, and we're on tier 5, and what we're going to be taking on is Darth Malik. Here is Darth Malik. So we've only got two paths. We've got light and dark, and then you've got all of these prerequisites. So what I'll do is I'll just talk about the prerequisites quite quickly. So the recommended power is 21,500, so that's about gear 12 is what they're recommending. You just need to get over the 17,000 mark by the looks of it. Now, I'm pretty sure that has actually changed. I'm pretty sure it used to be 19,000 because I remember having to apply the Zetas on Zalbartan mission, and the same again with Carthan Candrus. And as you can see here, look, there's no Zeta on Juhani. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know whether I'm misremembering or not, but at the moment 17,500 you've got to get over, and I believe applying the Zeta even today will get you over and up to the mark that I'm at with both of these events and paths basically. So those are what I would recommend, and these are looking pretty good. Recommended is if you've got all gear 12 you should be fine with this event. But what I was thinking in the long term was that the Old Republic aren't really sort of like needed for anything, and so to gear them up to gear 12 I thought was a bit of a waste. It's a little bit like the Ewok event. I didn't really see anything of value of actually gearing them up to like Relic, for example, whereas with the Jedi and the Sith Empire here, there is a lot more you can get out of them. You can use them for so many more events in the game that is actually worth taking them up to relics. So what I did, as you can see, is I got 3 stars with 3 relics and 2 gear 11s on the dark side, and the same with the light side. So it's the same story, same tactics basically, different abilities. One is easier than the other, as you'll find out, and hopefully you'll find this guide useful. And also in the long run I hope that you find this useful and that you'll go, yeah, that was the right decision to follow this guide of actually just relicking free characters from each of these paths is the right move to do. And also it should just save you gear in the long run. Like you can then gear up to gear 12 like your Imperial Troopers. So you've got the Imperial Troopers, I'll probably recommend those, and also most of those Imperial Troopers are then needed for a Galactic Legend, so actually gearing them up to gear 12 is a much more logical step than the Old Republic, because they're not really needed for a Galactic Legend, they're not really needed for any other events like I've mentioned earlier. So what we've got here is Darth Malik, so let's have a look at Darth Malik. He was the apprentice of Darth Revan, and then Darth Revan then got amnesia basically, and so then this is where the game picks up, and then you can go down either the dark side or the light side, so you can become a Jedi or the Sith Lord once again. And this is a very decent character. Massively makes a massive difference to the Sith Empire team. Bit of a shame that there's no synergy with the Jedi Revan, because he is such a good character, but the Jedi, they've got Grandmaster Yoda in with this Revan lineup, so there you go. So let's have a look at the Darth Malik. So I've gone all tenacity, as you can see. It's pretty crucial that you do that. I've got him at Relic 5, all the abilities and all the Zetas, and then let's have a look at the stats. Here are all the stats. So you want to be stacking up a load of speed, a load of protection, and a load of tenacity. Those are basically the main 3 stats that you need to be upping, because the protection gets converted into health, because Darth Malik doesn't have health in the game. The speed is just crucial. You want to be getting out the shock as soon as possible, and then tenacity, because you don't want your Darth Malik being shocked by another Sith Empire team, because most of the time a Sith Empire team will be used to counter a Sith Empire team, so you want them to be as fast as possible and to actually not be getting debuffs. And then I've got a little bit of damage and crit chance, so there you go. Those are basically all the things that you need. Oh, and also there's a little bit of armor defense stats added on there, but I didn't actually appreciate that from the secondary mods. Relicing is a must as well, just to make this character so much more lethal. So what I'll do is I'll do the dark path first, because that will be, unfortunately, this is going to be the quickest one to deal with, and then I'll try and do the light path. So I'll go in with the breakdown of all the characters next.
I does what I likes and I likes. I does what I likes and I likes. What I do. I does what I likes and I likes.
Right, here we are. So let's click on my Darth Revan. So here are all the stats. Here are all the abilities. Here's Relic 5. So let's have a look at the overall stats. So we've got 142 speed, really good. A lot of health, because he doesn't get protection recoveries, and also he steals health from everybody else to stop that being a problem and having your other Sith die on you, basically. Stack up on health. Potency, pretty decent, and tenacity. You just need those just to make sure that fear and shock, all those nasty debuffs happen. A fair bit of damage output there. Probably want a little bit more, actually. But at the end of the day, speed is the name of the game here. And then a little bit of armor through secondary mods. So speed, health, and I suppose damage are the three main stats that you want to be increasing. So there is Darth Revan, that is what you want to do. Next we have HK-47, a pretty decent character actually. The Zetas are needed actually for this character to be much more lethal. Here are the stats. So we've got the stats here, health and protection, a fair bit of speed. He is quite a slow character, so you do want to be upping the speed as much as possible. A little bit of tenacity, probably want a little bit more actually. Again, it's the same as Darth Malak. You want to be stopping Sith Empire teams from getting debuffs on your characters, so maybe something I'd need to look in for future. A decent amount of damage output because of one of the abilities called Havoc. It deals true damage, so you want to have that as high as possible. Again, I might want to look into remodding just to make that a little bit higher. And then actually, wow, 10% through secondary mods on defense. That's pretty decent actually. And yeah, health, protection, they get recovery. They get recovered in one of the Zeta abilities. I think it's obviously the one that called self-reconstruction. And then here is the Havoc ability, which deals true damage, which is the reason why he is all offense. He is offensively modded for. Next we have Bastila, Shan, Fallen. So we've got all the abilities unlocked and maxed. We've got Relic 5, Speed and Potency. And we'll go on to the stats. You can actually get away with doing quite a bit of protection here, because she does actually give out protection recovery. 299 speed. I probably want to get her over the 300 mark. I'll need to try and get better mods basically. A fair bit of potency. That is just to try and get as many debuffs out as possible. And then we've got offense and crit chance, and again 10% through defense. So those stats here probably not as important. If I was going to remod, which is a possibility just to try and get more speed, I'll be putting in more protection and health and also speed. So you want those three stats actually more powerful than what I've got. Potency you could probably get away with, of not actually upgrading. Tenacity, you want to have tenacity, but it is the fear and the corrupted battle meditation. Those are the ones that you want to be getting out as early as possible, and also the opposition then basically falls apart. So those are the things that you want to be increasing. And also, if you put it on defense, Bastila is going to be probably one of the first characters that people are going to target So if you can make her survive long enough, then it's going to ruin people's counters. Next we have Kandros, so here are all the abilities, and the Zeta is the I Like a Challenge. We've got all Tenacity, the same mods as the Darth Revan event, which I've shown off, so I'll just show them off just in case you haven't seen that. So here is all the health and protection, really good under a calf lead, because he then recovers all of the health and protection, a decent amount of speed, critical damage is pretty necessary. Tenacity, I feel, is very necessary for the style of play that I use the Old Republic for, and also crit chance and offense. I could get away with actually increasing those stats a little bit more, really, because getting him to get crit damage hits is very useful. So next character is Carth. So the Zeta, I believe, is the leadership ability, so the Soldier of the Old Republic. Here are all the mods, all the Tenacity mods, so I'll go on the stats. Again, it's his leadership ability. You want to have a fair bit of health and protection. 82 speed is pretty decent. 36% added through the mods on crit damage, and again 88% through Tenacity. Again, for my style of play that I use them for, really good. Crit chance, much more needed on Carth because of his special ability. I think it's the just keep shooting one. Really needed for that because it gives him a turn meter, which in this event is actually going to be pretty useful. So those are all the mods. So there you go. That is all of the characters all shown off, all the gears and all the mods shown off. So all we need to do now is just go into the battle. There is no cutscene here. Right, so, Darth Malik, well done Revan. I see there is more of your old self in you than I expected. You are stronger than you ever were during your reign as a Dark Lord. Enough words, now we end this. You are eager for blood, Revan, as I am I. Very well, you shall have your wish. Right, what we need to do is make sure that we take out this ability here, so I want to try and do that first. We don't want to put him in the yellow because then he'll take one of those captive Jedi. Let's try and do... Why is it... The targeting is not working very well, unfortunately. Let's try and do a big hit if we can. Good. Let's just do a double tap. Right, let's just carry on. I really want this ability gone. I don't want him taking it. And one more, come on. Don't take it. Yes, there we go, good. Let's maybe try and take out the crit immunity. Good. We're doing very well, very well. Hopefully we'll get 3 stars. Although that's famous last words really, isn't it? Now that I've said it, it probably won't happen. Let's do that. I might try and do a big bit of fear. Oh, I'm very close. Let's just do that. Try and get some of the protection gone from the droids. Let's try and take out... we can't. Okay, no, we can't get round him yet. Ah, that's not what we wanted. Not what we wanted. Right, let's do a big bit of fear. Get some real big debuffs kicking up. Whoa, look at that. Right down to 0. Absolutely fantastic. Right, we now need to take out this captive Jedi quickly. Come on. There we go. Right, now we should be en route. If we don't get 3 stars, I'm actually quite happy with how this has done. This is quite a good demonstration. Let's try and take out this droid here. Good. Let's do an ability block. So there'll probably be one more of those, and it's gone. Okay, well, unfortunately you can't help that. It is just depending on who Malik targets. But this has been a very good demonstration, I feel. Let's take out the droid. See, unfortunately, it really depends on who Malik targets. Because now, there you go. I could have got 3 stars if it was targeting Bastila or HK. That's very unfortunate. Darth Malik, impossible. I cannot be beaten. I am the Dark Lord of the Sith. No, Malik, I am the true Sith Master. I cannot deny it any longer. I tried to usurp your rule, to steal the title of the Sith Master from you, but now I understand. You are Darth Revan, Lord of the Sith, and I am nothing. The apprentice has learned his final lesson, and so it ends as I somehow always knew it must, in darkness. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. There we go. Yeah, a bit of a shame there wasn't the cutscene at the beginning, and a bit of a shame that I couldn't get a 3-star win, so I'll have to carry on basically trying to get a 3-star win and then put it in the video, so that might take a while, unfortunately. But unfortunately, that is still a very good demonstration of those 3 relic characters working fantastically well, and also there is proof right there that I have done it on 3 stars with this lineup. And like I said, it is just down to who Malik targets, unfortunately. He targeted Canderous and Carth. Here is the Dark Side Path, 3-star. So now it is time to take on the light side path. This is going to be more difficult. This is the notoriously more difficult part of the Malik event. So we'll go in, and what we'll do is I'll show off the mods. Here we've got Revan with all the Zetas and all the abilities maxed. Here's Relic 5, speed and health mods. And here are all the stats. You probably want to be focusing on health and speed the most. Everything else you can sort of sacrifice, basically. Every little helps everywhere else. But speed and health are the main 2 stats to go for Jedi Revan. Bastila Shan, Jedi version. Only 1 Zeta, and it's on the leadership ability, which then doesn't really sort of like help anything apart from in 3v3. All the abilities are maxed. Relic 5 and health and speed mod sets again. You probably want to do a fair bit of protection and health and speed. Everything else, as always, is just every little helps, basically. Just a little bit of everything else will really go a long way, but she's got 3 stats that you want to be chasing after. Jolee Bindo. Now there's several ways of modding Jolee. You can do all tenacity or all health. I've gone and done all health. I might actually just do half and half. I might do a little bit of tenacity with my mod in the future, but this is what I've got at the moment. Works very well. He's got 1 Zeta, Relic 5, and we'll have a look at the mods and the stats. A lot of health, a lot of protection, and a decent amount of speed, but tenacity, I'll probably want to try and get that up to 100%, so I will need to get a tenacity set added on somehow, just to make him a little bit more better, and offense and crit chance isn't really needed, you can do without those. So in my mods in the future, those will probably disappear, and more health, protection and speed and tenacity, those 4 are very key. We've got Zalbar again as my Old Republic car. They're always modded for a lot of tenacity. Gear 11, got the Zeta because you have to get over the 17,000 power requirement. Here is the mods, a lot of health, a lot of protection, a decent amount of speed, and a lot of tenacity. 100% tenacity is fantastic. And then you want a fair amount of crit chance because of his Power Blast. You really need to get the Armor Shred on Darth Malik, and also on any team that you use Old Republic on. Armor Shred is going to be very, very needed. And mission. So she's got the Zeta on as well, Gear 11, all tenacity again, but you can actually do a lot more with her. You can go for a lot of more offense. 60% tenacity is fantastic. Crit chance and crit damage, as you can see, are going to be pretty crucial. You need to get those up pretty high. And then health and protection, you probably don't really need that high. But speed, 91 speed, you could probably get that a little bit better, and just make her a little bit more lethal, because you want her to go in stealth as soon as possible and get blind out as well. That's going to be very useful for this event, and well as Grand Arena and other events that you can use mission in. So those are all the mods, those are all the characters. Let's go in.
Rushman Swift. This is the land of possible governors. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
No cutscene again, unfortunately. Right, Darth Malik. Is that the same as the old one? Okay, well done, Revan. I see there is more of your old self in you than I expected. You are stronger than you ever were during your reign as a Dark Lord. The light side is stronger than you know, Malik. This time our confrontation will only end in death. Yours or mine. The victor will decide the fate of the galaxy. Fantastic. Right, let's just get rid of that. Fantastic. Right, now we need to try and go and get some damage out on this droid. Need to get rid of the droid as well. You need to get rid of the protection as soon as possible. And try and take him out. There we go. Good, good, good. Right, let's do this. Decent. Right, now we need to go and deal with this. Let's do that. Cool. Let's try and take that down. Right, let's go. Oh, actually, I need to do this. Get Armor Shred. Yes, we got one. Good, good, good. Let's... Oh, that was a mistake. I didn't realise there was fear on her. That was hopefully not going to cost me. Right, I can actually get around that taunt with Revan. Good, good, good. Let's try and take out this ability as soon as possible. Come on, Zalbar. Ah, mission. Failed me. There we go, good, good, good. Done. Right, now we need to take out this one here. This one on the far on the next left to him, so we need to take out this one. Let's try and do an ability block. Well, not ability block, but the blind. Make him blind to what's going on, because I'm about to take this out. Oh, thank God for that. Nice, nice, nice. Right, let's take out this droid. This is actually going much better than the Darth Revan one. Much, much better. Right, need to take out this droid. Let's try and get rid of all the debuffs. Ah, okay. Okay, well, at least it wasn't the crit immunity. Ah, come on, come on. Got to take out this last Jedi, and then we should be fine. Let's take out this droid. Just in the meantime, let's try and get his cooldown back, his skull thing down to something or other quite low. Let's take that out. Good. Right, and let's do that again. I think this might take a little bit longer because it is a little bit more difficult. Can I not call in? Let's just do that then. Okay, let's try and get another arm shred. No, he dodged it, damn it. Okay, that's not what you want. I'm gonna have to be forced to take out this guy here, unfortunately, a little bit sooner than I was hoping for. Okay, right, well, we're down to 0 again, but we don't have much on the armor shred. Yeah, unfortunately, this is exactly like my Darth Revan event, where they're targeting the weaker characters that can't really deal with the damage output that he's dealing. Let's try and take him out. What's this ability here? Okay. Well, let's try and protect him as much as possible. Come on. Got to try and take out... Oh, I think we've done it. Okay, well, that was much better than the last one. Darth Malak. Impossible. I cannot be beaten. I am the Dark Lord of Sith. The power of the light will always be stronger than the dark side. I cannot help but wonder, Revan, if you had not led me down the dark path in the first place, what destiny would I have found? I am sorry I started you on this path, but you chose to continue down it. I suppose you speak the truth. I must accept responsibility for my fate. I wanted to be the master of the Sith and ruler of the galaxy, and in the end, as the darkness takes me, I am nothing. Wow. It's pretty good. Okay, well... Again, I'm going to have to take some time to try and actually get a 3-star win. And we're back. So tier 5 started off pretty much near done, and I believe that going down the Revan paths and then the Malak path is probably the best path that you can take in Star Wars Galaxy of Hero. It's the best path because you get Jedi and Sith, which are needed for so many events in the game. Very, very useful. Fantastic characters. They've got so much firepower even today. They're probably, what, 3 years old now? And they still hold up very, very well. And Malak is just a massive addition to the Sith Empire, and also any Sith lineup that you use. Jedi Revan and Darth Revan again, any Jedi or Sith, a fantastic addition. But equally, the teams that you can create with them are fantastic, and I'll definitely recommend that you can grind for them. Definitely do it, because they're enjoyable events, fairly easy to do. One leads on to another. It's just a very self-contained path that's very easy to do, and you get so many benefits. Like I said, you can do so many events outside of getting these characters that then help with your grind for anything else. So you can actually, you go down those paths first and then go back and then do all of these other tiers. Grandmaster Yoda would be definitely a fantastic one, as well as Palpatine for those Revan teams. And yeah, definitely recommend doing that. So, absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed playing this. The Journey Guide is just a fantastic place to be in this mobile game. It's all about just finding your niche, finding your favourite characters, finding decent characters to grind. A bit of a shame with Beskar Mando, unfortunately, and there's probably a few other characters that I'm not really sort of doing justice of whether they're good or not, but based on the events, there's a lot of, all of these events are very, very good. I suppose maybe the C-3PO event is maybe a step too far. Maybe it's not very, very good, but there's going to be someone out there that will say that they enjoyed it. Find a place in this game that you enjoy and just keep on sticking to it, enjoying it. This game is just always constantly about, oh, you need to get the next best thing, when actually you just need to recognise that you've got something pretty decent and then just enjoy using it. And I suppose maybe in between your grinds, just go back to the Journey Guide and remember the grind that you had to get a certain character, and just really immerse yourself again in that journey, and then recognise that you've got a decent character, no matter what tier you've got on here, from tier 1 to tier 5. These are all fantastic characters to get, and no one should be telling you that any of these are rubbish, because they're all difficult in their own way. They are all going to counter something, they're all going to be good for something in the game. Enjoy it. Really enjoy the game, enjoy the characters that you've got, and just find some fun in this game that is always constantly trying to tell you that you need to get this next new shiny thing, which sometimes is probably better, and then other times it's not very good. So just remember, just enjoy what you've got, just enjoy it. So with all that said and done, until next time, may the Force be with you.
I does what I likes and I likes. I does what I likes and I likes. What I do, I does
much with you cannot be done.
It's like doing here. Bad idea. It's like doing here. Bad idea. Say your piece.